Welcome everybody to Steel Forged in Fire, Sword and Knife, part 1 of bamboo cutting. One of several videos. So the biggest challenge that I found with cutting bamboo was not only learning how to cut bamboo, but finding an appropriate stand to put together to hold the bamboo in place and not have it fly everywhere and this and the other thing. So I kind of started off with my tatami mat stand, and I kind of affixed some PVC pipe with some plastic wire wraps there, and screwed the bottom of the PVC pipe to keep it in place, and hopefully the stand itself with its feet would kind of hold it down. But that proved to be kind of a failure because the PVC pipe was kind of breaking right through the plastic snaps. So I ended up putting the bamboo directly into the hole of the tatami stand, which ended up working well with the rest of the video. You can see the bamboo standing there, and I used a pool noodle to kind of wedge and keep the bamboo in place in the PVC pipe. It was very steady. You know, with the bamboo and the pool noodle stuffed in there to hold it in place on the bottom and the top, it kind of kept it in place pretty well, but in return it kind of ripped the PVC pipe off. The second stand I put together, which I couldn't find a Christmas tree base in stock right now, it's too early I guess. I kind of used a cinder block where I kind of stuck the PVC pipe into the cinder block as a solid base, put a little coupler there with two PVC pipes top and bottom, and I used the cut bamboo to kind of wedge and keep it in place, and again the bamboo to keep the pool noodle to keep the bamboo in place. So this is kind of what I put together. I was changing everything as I was going along, so take a look at it in the video, all the changes I made to kind of keep this in place. Before we get to that, guys, don't forget our veterans. 22 veterans a day take their own lives. Vets, there's a place for you here always. There's a number in the description for a place that can help you if you are in despair. And as you must have heard me say before, this wonderful bamboo is coming from Katana land, straight from Samurai Bird in Missouri. Thank you, Samurai Bird, and if you are not sub to him, please sub to him. He has bamboo cutting all day long in Katana land. Guys, this video is not a testament to my talent in cutting or lack of talent in cutting. It's just a matter of me letting you know my experience with cutting bamboo for the first time, and a couple of swords that I chose to use, and what results I've gotten from each individual sword. This is going to be one of many videos that I have set up for bamboo cutting. This cutting session, my sword of choice is a custom-built sword from Swords of Northshire. This is my Silver Dragon sword. I have reviewed this a couple of times on a couple of my videos. If you want to take a look at it, take a look at my video catalog. Definitely a great sword. It's a 1095. A carbon steel. Very nimble sword. It's a thinned out blade profile, not very big and robust like my Hanwei Practical XL. But I did end up putting a very sharp, I reprofiled the edge to put a very sharp 17-inch bevel on this to make it for a formal slicer of a cutter. But it did come pretty sharp out of the box, but I think it's really crazy as sharp now. But let's see how this 1095 steel and the new sharp edge I put on this fares with the bamboo. So this is the Silver Dragon sword from Swords of Northshire. So let's take a look. Okay, first official cuts with this sword I received from Swords of Northshire, custom built sword, and got a couple swords that I am going to be demonstrating. One is a Jakku sword. I'm going to go back to the Hanwei Practical XL, and I'm also going to try a kukri against the bamboo, which is going to be an upcoming video. But I gotta say, very, very impressed with the performance of this sword from Swords of Northshire. Here's a little slow motion effects here. The temper of the steel was done very well, because there was absolutely, and I'll explain at the end of the video as well, summing it up, no damage to the edge, no edge rolling. Sword really benefited from the sharper edge that I put in, the 17-degree bevel that I put in convex edge with the workshop, and it's doing a great job in kind of sailing right through the bamboo. Tried to do more control cuts. I wasn't going for like any trick cuts or anything like that, because I really didn't have very stable stand configuration, but it was doing a really great job, and I was very, very impressed with the quality of this sword from Swords of Northshire. A couple more cuts here just to kind of finish it all off, but very good cuts, and I'm very impressed that there was no damage from cutting this hard bamboo. And it's been sitting for about a week, and I can tell it's already starting to get dried out, and as it gets dried out, bamboo gets a little harder, and you can see how the stand fell apart there. So after examining the sword, I don't see any apparent damage, no edge rolling or anything like that. Everything is fairly straight, so this kind of took the some bad cuts I had with the bamboo. And the bamboo is, you know, it's hard material, so with a thin profile sword, sometimes you can get some edge rolling or bending. But this actually, this 1095 steel actually took a licking, and it's continuing to keep on ticking. So pretty impressed with the sharp edge, what it was able to do. Just kind of have to work on my next session these stands to make them a little bit more stable. So I'm going to do that for my next video coming in with my next sword. So that'll come in pretty soon. So I'm going to try out another sword with the my continuing saga with my bamboo cuts from Samurai Bird. So stick around, and thanks for watching, guys. Swords of Northshire, Silver Dragon. Didn't do such a shabby job. Very cool. Very, very cool. See you next video, guys.